Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Leadership Speak series at L Forum. Today, I am a little emotional and very joyful because I have the privilege and honor of inviting someone I hired on campus 24 years back in India. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Vipul Kumar, Senior Partner, Xynteo. Welcome to the show, Vipul.
Thank you so much, Ringo. Good morning.
It's mutual. It's absolutely mutual.
A pleasure and an honor to kind of speak to you, somebody who seeded the start of a pretty satisfying and blissful professional journey. So I'm really pleased to have this conversation with you, Ringo. Ringo, for me, really, it's been 23 years of a very, very blissful professional journey. I have kind of got an opportunity to work across a very wide spectrum. I think it all started with that day at our undergrad school where we met, is that there was only one organization that I wanted to go. It's been a pretty interesting 7 years at Infosys. I got to work with a leader who really practice the whole concept of empowerment. I think a 24, 25-year kid sitting out at a client site in the US of an account which is absolutely critical for the organization. And you see a young leader out there just completely believing in you. That relationship almost unlocked so much within me to say, you know what, if somebody is respecting me that much and trusting me, I need to reciprocate to exceed his expectations. After 7 years, when I went for my business studies, and then from there, I went into joining a strategy consulting firm. I was very particular also to look for a smaller firm where I have a lot more play and room to create an impact. I worked there for a year. And during that time, it just so happened that 7 like-minded individuals had an idea about why can't we run our own consulting firm. And that is when we set our entrepreneurial journey. I set up a consulting firm advising the logistics infrastructure space. 5 years of that entrepreneurial journey was almost the high point. I had tasted entrepreneurship. So I tried a couple of other startups. That was the time when I kind of got introduced to an opportunity from a friend of mine who was based out of the US. How do you design products meant for emerging markets? And I did set their operations in India. And that after those 5 years, I started to realize what is the scale of the impact? Can that be a lot more transformative? And my view was that there are only 2 ways that you can create transformative impact. And that is when I think this beautiful thing happened with Xynteo, an organization who is really working with large businesses in driving their growth strategies at the intersection of social and environmental impact. So yeah, there's so much to feel proud, feel satisfied about the last 20 years, but at the same time, there's so much more to look forward to the next 5 years. The very broader definition of empowerment is a relationship of mutual respect, care, and accountability. That's what I think is truly empowerment. And I think when I think about more from a professional setup, I think it's a combination of 3 in my mind. A definition of very well-defined goals and objectives, full accountability, and where you are set up for success, which means you have the full support and authority to fulfill your stated goals, objectives, etc. So it's really a combination of all of these 3 where I think true empowerment happens. Number 1, I believe that empowerment unlocks individuals' capabilities and value. The second thing in my mind is empowerment elevates accountability. And the third thing in my mind is that empowerment enables leveraging of diverse capabilities and skill sets. There are 3 pillars of capabilities. One happens to be very clear strategy consulting capabilities. The second happens to be capabilities where you have an absolute entrepreneurial mindset, where you have bias to action. And the third capability is where you understand the domain, you understand the technology, you understand the nuance of the business. So I think all three needs to coexist to do the kind of work that we do. If you do not necessarily empower people, what it does is that it doesn't allow you to leverage that diversity into one collective force. If you have a very empowered organization, I think it allows all of these different skill sets and talents to work in tandem towards a common objective. I think the moment it becomes a sense of entitlement, that because you are here and because this is exactly how the organization operates, you feel like it's an entitlement of yours to be having that empowerment to function. I believe that's where the thing starts to break. If you do not hire people with that right mindset and who understands the value of empowerment, I think that's one thing that I would say would really be a challenge. I would say be fearless in experimenting with your career choices. Think about your capabilities, don't hold back. And there's no age where you could experiment with your careers. And the second, focus on developing a right product which is fit for the market. If you have the right product, if you have the right business, be rest assured the investor would find you. Really build a solid business and an investor would find you to invest.
It's been so refreshing and so exciting to speak with you, Vipul. And needless to say, I'm super confident you're going to touch new heights of glory and success. And I wish you and Xynteo and any other venture that you are involved in all the very best, and wish you all success. And now that we have kind of rediscovered our journeys again, I look forward to connecting with you. And as I said, L Forum is basically meant for people like you and me, meant for entrepreneurial leaders. And I hope this is a platform where I will be able to bring you on for many other activities and events I have in mind, because the hope is that we will learn from each other and help each other become better in what we try to do. So thank you, Vipul. Thank you for your time, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, Ringo. It's really been a pleasure. And all that I would say is that keep inspiring people, Ringo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe to the EL Forum channel. Click the link below to enjoy the full video.